culinary arts, and I think it'd be better because we could be a voice for you. You just recorded your vocals.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's a cool picture.
So, you guys want to start with questions or just ask them?
Okay, so how long has the culinary arts been open for?
It started in 1973.
Wow.
The building was built in 1956. It was built as a food service to provide food for the college campus. They were employees, and then in 73 they expanded the food court. Before this, it was a coffee shop upstairs. So the whole room was a giant coffee shop, and that was the employees, and then we turned this into a school. Not we, I wasn't here in 73, but I'm not that old. I was 7, yeah, so no, definitely not. Maybe wasn't here. But in 73, they started it as a food service training program. They had the baking and the cooking. I came in 94, whenever the riots, the year after the riots. I think it was 93. So 94, I came in. And at that time, the two guys that started in 73 were retiring. So it was kind of a mess. They ran it down to nothing, and they sat on the loading dock smoking cigarettes all day. They weren't really teaching at all. So I took over the baking and pastry and built it. At that time, it had 5 students in the program. I built it up to 120. It took me about 9 years to build it up. From there, the chef instructor retired finally. He was down to about 25 students, so I took over his program, turned the baking over to Lopez and Ayton, and then I started the cooking program, and I built that up to what it is now, 125 kids or so.
The baking program started when?
Same time, 1973. They hired 2 guys full-time, and it was strong for a while, and then it just went down in the late 80s, early 90s. They got burned out, just didn't care anymore, which happens.
Do you guys want to go along?
Yeah, we'll go with those
okay,
questions
okay.
first.
So then the other one's what they do today, what the program does today.
What does it do today?
Like the impact they have on Cerritos College today.
Oh, okay. Well, we have 4 food outlets, so we provide lunch for 100 to 140 students a day, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 1. We also run a restaurant for the faculty and staff of Cerritos College and the public and community. And we do 20 customers a day there. We provide 108 meals a day for the Child Development Center. Then we also do banquets and catering up to 350 in here and throughout campus. So we provide services, but we mainly train and educate. That's our first goal, is training and educating the students. Currently we have about 212 enrolled right now between the baking and the cooking.
Do you make any profit from the cafe?
We do. We're self-generating income, self-supporting program. So the only one in the state of California that makes money, keeps the money, and reinvests it back into the program. So everything you see in there, every plate, spoon, knife, fork, isn't taxpayer funds. It's sweat equity. It's money that we generated from profits and reinvested it back into the program. The college does pay for my salary, the building, utilities, but all the equipment, the stoves, the pots, the pans are all made and paid for by that's really cool, by the profits generated from the 4 businesses.
Is the culinary program part of any outside program?
Currently not. We are articulated with Cal Poly Pomona so that you can graduate at Cerritos College, get an AA degree, transfer to Cal Poly, get a bachelor's in hotel restaurant management. And we're articulated so 22 of the units you take here transfer to Cal Poly. In the future, 39 of the units will transfer to Cal Poly within the next 2 years. So I got to get that out. Yeah, that's cool.
Got one, Jesus?
Question? Who are like the 2 key individuals that are most important to the program?
Students. Period. That's it. Students. I can't be a teacher without a student. I'm gonna stand up at a podium all day long and talk to myself. But without a student, you're not a teacher. So students are the most important. I look at it like a restaurant. I'm the chef. Students are my customers, right? I can't be a chef in a restaurant if I don't have customers. So students are the most important part by far. Bet you didn't know that, huh?
How sentimental now. How many percent of students get jobs in the industry after completing the program?
Here's my catchphrase. 100% of students that are employable, that want to get a job, are employed by the time they graduate. So that's how do you define that? Not everybody wants to get a job. Okay, not everybody, people who are on certain programs or whatever, they don't really want to work. They just come here because they're told they have to go to school to stay on good parole, or, like him. No, I'm kidding. But everyone's got their own motivations for being here. So we try to tailor it to them. Then you also get populations, a couple a semester that, for physical, whatever reasons, are just not employable. I try to get them all jobs, but the ones that are employable, that want to get a job, I can all 100%. But not everybody wants to.
A couple more questions. You got a couple of minutes, right?
Yeah.
Do you offer job placement then? You say you're trying to get a job?
We do, yeah. We have formal and informal. Typically, a chef calls me, says I need 5 guys. I go into the kitchen. I know the chef. I handpick the 5 that will work with that chef, that can get along with them. Every chef's different. Like the chef, I won't say the name of the hotel, but in Marina Del Rey, he calls me, he says, give me all your hot chicks. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you any hot chicks. You want good cooks? I'll give you good cooks. But I'm not a pimp. I'm not going to pimp them out that way. So there's other chefs that say, I want younger Hispanic males. I can go in the kitchen and give them that. I want, whatever. I can give it to them. With 208 students in the program, I can pretty much tailor every job to the individual. We spend about 800 hours together in the kitchen, so we get to know each other real well. So not everybody's suited for the same job. I can't send everybody to the Ritz-Carlton and Marina Del Rey. I can't send everybody to LAX. For various reasons, so we got to tailor it all to the individual. If you got a background, NSA checks and all that, you're not going to make it at LAX. So, certain companies drug test, certain companies don't. So I know who does, I know who doesn't. Certain people run fingerprints and certain people don't. So I know who's got papers and who doesn't. So that's all part of it. It's all part of it.
Cares. It shows you cares.
Everybody walks in the door differently, and there's a job for everybody. I just got to know about you and who you are, so I know where to go. If you don't have papers, that's not a problem. I got people for that. It's okay. I can't really necessarily legally, condone it, but it is what it is. We're in Southern California. If you got a problem with it, get over it. That's the way it is here. So that's just my philosophy about it. You're here to get a job, and if you want a job, I will get you a job. But it's up to them to keep it. I can't get them to keep a job.
Quick personal question. You being married, chef?
Yeah.
You cook for your wife or you order takeout?
No, never take out. We eat out a couple times a week, usually weekends, but I cook every meal at home.
So no fast food?
No, never. No, my daughter's got severe food allergies, so they'll eat In-N-Out Burger once or twice a month if we're traveling. And then Chipotle if we have to. I know it's not Mexican food. I know.
It's bomb. He says that we have to.
Well, it's you're out. And, it is what it is. You're a drive. You're going to Vegas. It's like, But my kids have never had McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, nothing. Never had any of that. They're my little experiment. I started at birth. We made their own baby food. We went all the way up from there, from baby food, and they've never had McDonald's. I took my oldest once to get a McFlurry ice cream. That was it. But it's ice cream. But no ho-hos, ding-dongs, no nothing. All my kids, they're 9 and 12. They know how to make their own chicken nuggets. They know how to bread it and flour it. They know how to make their own pancakes, their own breakfast. So I don't want them to be chefs. I just want them not to rely on a man. That's all I want my daughters to be.
What would you say your favorite dish is?
One that's cooked properly, you know. Just don't fuck it up, and I'm happy with it, you know.
For example, like you say you're on death row, what's your last meal?
No, that's tough. Yeah, Italian. It'd have to be Italian food.
Italian.
But simple, or a good street taco. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with a nice street. It's just, as long as it's done properly and authentic. You know, I don't like fine dining. I like cooking it, but I don't like eating it. So basic, good quality food. You know, carne asada is done right. It's the best thing in the world. It's done wrong, it sucks. You know, so tortillas. I mean, you know, tortillas. They vary. Every brand's different. You get that right one. Diana's is my favorite. You know, they got to be the right ones. You got to heat them properly over the flame, not over steam. You know, so as long as food's done right, I'm happy. You know, but so many places don't make food well. Like Olive Garden is not Italian food. It's like ragu out of a can and all that.
That was authentic.
No.
$10.
No. My favorite is like you go to a Middle Eastern restaurant and the grandma's in the back making the food and the daughter's serving it. That's good food. That's good food. You know, going to the mall and getting pizza at the mall, that's not food. You know, that's just consumption. You know, that's just nasty. So as long as it's done properly and it's fresh, and I'm happy with it. I'm not too picky about it all.
You have a last question?
Well, I guess, what impact do you think the program has had on the college?
The college?
The impact it's had on the college, yeah.
Well, we make the college look good, you know, and I hear that from the president, vice presidents all the time. They use us a lot for entertaining, for socializing. That's what the whole restaurant is about. The president wanted a place for faculty and staff to go and to get away from the students and just relax and talk. I think they should be sitting right here with the students. That's my opinion. You know, I don't think there should be a private place for teachers to go and hide. You know, they should be sitting here talking to you guys, you know. But that's their philosophy and that's mine, so they're different philosophies. But we make the college look good as much as possible. We're expensive, we're a pain in the butt. We're a lot of negatives, high maintenance in the kitchen. The repairs in there is just insane. But we try to make the campus, the college, and the community look good as much as possible, you know, within reason. The students always come first and the college is second. But just doing your job, doing it well, everything looks good. You know, if you're slacking off and doing half-assed, then you got to worry about, what am I going to take care of and stuff. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, everything works out. You know, that's true for everything. So how are all of you going to give the speech? You're the talker, right?
Well, we're gonna break it down. It's a 15-minute speech, and it's funny.
a long speech.
We're gonna do it as a commercial. I'm gonna have them trying to cut a tomato or an onion. And I'll be like, no, bro, that's not the way you cut an onion. I'm gonna show you the way you taught me.
Okay.
And then, where'd you learn that at? Well, funny you say.
Okay. It's gonna be like an infomercial.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Cool.
And then we had an interview a person, so it was you, the main person, and we're gonna use you. You'll probably be 4 or 5 minutes speech.
Yeah.
Cool, sounds fun.
And it's a voice out.
You gonna wear your whites or what?
I probably will, yeah.
Make sure they're clean.
Oh, yeah. I gotta take them to, my knives. But thank you, Chef.
No problem. Hope you feel better, buddy.
I will.
Yeah. Go through it all by.
I didn't do that. Thank you, Chef.
Come on.
We take a picture?
I'll be here tomorrow.
We take a picture.
Oh, a picture. Do a picture? Take a picture?